All right.
Okay.
All right.
Should be quick, right?
Yeah, it should take at least 10 minutes. Technical support. And at both locations, we had yeah, we got Spanish guys. Oh, okay. That's the guy. Like we won't work out. He can't hold it. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll walk around and I'll show you everything. Yeah, and then we can kind of stop me and you've got a power on it. Inside there'll be a switch so people can extend and retract. Real simple, but just whenever you will always go on. Now, yeah, pull this down here, so you adjust the pitch. Now the rain is going to come out this way. Or you can put that one down and make it go that way.
Okay.
So, okay. When you go to roll it up, it's going to automatically straighten this arm, so it doesn't have to be perfect when you roll it up. Okay.
Ang tindi ang mga lakasan ko. Perfect.
Okay, Robert?
Ayos.
$9,000 miles lang eh, 9,000.
There's the same TV inside.
Okay.
Got a smart TV. May hook up yan.
Whenever you travel around, you've got to scan for new channels.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So that you get Orlando channels. If you go to Tallahassee, you got to get new channels over there. If you go to Miami, you got to get different channels. So you just push the menu button. Okay. Now you want to go over here.
Nasa antenna niya.
Channel.
Huh?
If you have cable hooked up, you're going to change that to cable.
Okay.
Otherwise, you go down to scan.
Okay.
Then you push the enter button. Then it's going to scan all the channels that are in that area.
Okay. Yeah.
And that's it. The other one that you need to know is
bilog na yung puti. Yung antenna.
Okay.
source. So if you've got a DVD player or
Apple TV.
yeah, whatever you plug into it, you got to. That's where you're going to go to the source and go to HDMI 1, 2, or 3, whatever you have plugged in the back. Okay. The speakers played from the radio inside of the DVD player. So if you're play music during the day, and then at night you want to put a DVD in, make sure you shut off the outside speakers. Just the in, otherwise the DVD is going to play outside.
Okay.
This one here. This is a storage compartment.
Okay.
Does it have a light, Bill?
Yeah, has a light inside. This here, the water drains in here, and then the heat dissipates the water out, so it doesn't drip on the side. More storage with another light. More storage. There's a box inside there. See the box?
Yeah.
That's the controller for the slider. You don't have to do nothing to it.
Okay.
The buttons are all inside. But if you ever have a problem and you call the number, they're going to say go to that box and they'll tell you what to do.
Okay.
Those are 12 volts.
What's that?
Those light inside are all 12 volts DC.
12 volt, yeah.
I said
You got a lot of storage.
Yeah.
I think inside there's a lot of cabinets and storage. More storage here.
Huh? Okay. Is this electric too?
The side door.
That's the
Oh.
This here
That's the roof
is an
door.
awning
Ah.
that covers. See, this one doesn't have it.
Right, right.
So this one is going to keep the leaves and pine needles from being on top of there. It also keeps the rain and the sun off that roof. One little pine needle gets through there on that seal, and the rain can come like this and go right inside. So that's a good thing to have on there. The guy buying this one will probably end up adding it. Okay.
Open it.
When you open it, it automatically comes out and then it goes back in.
May camera.
You get a
Oh, my
large,
hips.
Oh,
more
hitch.
storage
Sa
there.
kanan ba? Guyuron.
Oh, bigyan no?
Ang Ben, siguro yun.
This is where you're going to set your city water connection. You should have a pressure regulator,
Yeah.
and I would add a 90-degree fitting so that the hose is straight. Otherwise, the hose is bent over and it can kink and then you don't get much water. So I'll show you afterwards what I'm talking about on that.
I bought the regulator.
Okay, good.
And the 90 degrees.
Put the regulator on this side. You could put it on the other end of the hose, but if you're in the park, if you're in a hurry, you might unscrew your hose and leave that in the park. A lot of people forget. And they, my kids used to ride their bikes around in the park afterwards everybody leaves, and they would unscrew those and take them back to the store. It's not the end of the world if you do the other way around. But it's better to have the sink water in that hose than the toilet water. Okay, so you're rinsing the toilet water through with the sink water. This right here is a drain for the freshwater tank. So if you want to flush that tank out and get fresh water in, you can open that up, let all the water drain out. If you're going to store it, you don't want to have the water sit for 4 or 5 months, just sitting in the tank. Drain it out, and then you put fresh water in when you go again. Okay? You got to put that cap on while you're driving. Okay, that's one. That's one thing. Well, that's one thing DOT looks for. That if you got that cap in place.
Okay.
There's your fuel fill, gasoline. This is for your park cable. Okay, so when you go to a park, you're going to have a box like this that's got your electric outlet, and a lot of times they have a cable outlet too. If you can get electric and water, electric water sewer, electric water sewer cable. So some parks have 4 or 5 choices. Wi-Fi, they charge you for everything, individual type. So if you have cable, you can plug the cable in. You got to get your own 50-foot cable. And then on the TV, go to that menu and select the cable. And then hit search, but it's still got to find the cable in. Okay, so that's what this is for. That's cable in. So, and they're 10 or 12 bucks, but if you leave it in there, that's more money you got to spend every time you get it. So this is your fresh water, drinking water when you're at the park. This is your fresh water for in the tank. So while you're driving, you have water to wash your hands or go to the bathroom. Usually you travel with about 1/3 of a tank of water. If you're going someplace that doesn't have water, or you want to have your own water, you can fill it up. But you're just driving with 300 pounds of water. There's no sense. Yeah, there's no sense taking an extra 300 pounds if you're going through the mountains, or it's just added weight that you need. Typically, 1/3 of a tank is going to be about 15 gallons. That's a lot of water because every night you're going to be in a park again, and you're going to have water hooked up. So you don't need to have 20 or 30 gallons or 40 gallons of water every night. That's why I tell people, walk driving all the way to Alaska.
Mahal to ganito.
Every night you're going to stop someplace.
Ayan,
Mahal ba? Mahal.
Ayan,
And if
oh.
you're gonna go for 2 days or 3 days,
Sa amin,
you know you're not gonna be in the
tinatapak-tapakan.
car,
Ha?
Minsan,
then you
yung mga
can't
ganyan namin nung araw, yun, yung ginagawa namin. Minsan,
yeah, you put
masasayang lang.
okay.
Kasi
In your
pag pumutol
RV, you
eh,
got fresh
dilibado.
water, which is
Buwaba.
bilibaw.
Connection.
You got gray water, which is the sink and the shower water, and then you've got black, it's the toilet. Okay, so here's your drain. You take the cap off and you put your sewer hose on, and you pull the black. You let that all drain out, and then shut the black valve, and then open the gray.
Okay.
And the gray water will rinse out the toilet water out of the hose. Yeah, so do the black first, and then you have one battery here and one battery in front. Okay.
Iba din mga
There's enough room there. If you wanted to add another battery, you could add
Oh,
another
okay.
battery and then
Oo nga, oo.
wires over.
Pwede ko lang mag-add ng battery.
Hmm.
Fire extinguisher, right here. Right here, you can look around the corner. Awning is in and out. Step light right here.
Step light.
Yep. And then this is your main power. This shuts off this battery. Okay.
Main battery.
Yeah.
But we don't have to shut it off like.
So if you're gonna store it, then you want to shut it off.
Okay.
Because if you leave the bathroom light on or something that you don't see, it's gonna run your
Drain.
battery. Okay.
Practice natin ng paradise yan.
Let's drive now.
Is it ready to go?
Yeah, ready to go.
Ay, ay, ay. So, where's the seat belt?
Yeah, safety belts here,
Huh?
and there's safety belts there.
Ah,
I don't think there's any safety belts there, so when you drive, you can ride here and you can ride there.
yes. Oh my lord. Where's my coffee?
Right.
Yes, my dear.
And you've got spots to hold your cups on the side over
On
here.
the holder.
Yeah. We'll work our way around and then
Okay.
end up back here.
Okay.
Okay, here's your refrigerator.
Previous ones.
Lots of storage up above. Storage above here and storage down here. The refrigerator just set to auto.
Okay.
Okay, it was shut off before. Are you using this tonight?
Maybe.
Okay, then we'll leave it on.
Okay, just leave it.
Okay, so right now it's on auto and it's on, so it's on electric. If this light comes on, it says gas, check if it's flashing.
Okay.
Okay, if it's blinking on and off, it means it did not light. So you want to turn it to off and then turn it back on again. Okay, it's going to try to light 3 times and then it's going to shut off again.
Okay.
If it doesn't light after you do that 2 or 3 times, light the stove. Okay? It's real simple. You just turn it to light
Huh?
and turn the knob. Okay? If this doesn't light,
That means there's no gas.
then you mean the problem is with the gas, it's not with the refrigerator.
Okay.
So whenever somebody tells me my refrigerator doesn't work or my water heater doesn't work on gas, I light the stove. Because if there's no light, the problem is not the appliance.
Okay.
You don't have gas or it's shut off or there's a problem with the gas line. Okay? So that's a good thing to test. So now we turn it on auto. So auto means it's gonna choose electricity if it's there.
Okay.
So if you're plugged in or if the generator's running, it's gonna switch to electricity. If that's all shut off, it's gonna switch to gas. So if say you're at a park and you go out fishing and the power goes out in the park, it's gonna automatically switch over to gas. When the power goes back on, it's gonna switch back over. You come back from fishing, you don't even know that the refrigerator would have been shut off for a couple hours other than, you know, the light's blinking or the clock is blinking or something. You're like, what happened? But your refrigerator is gonna stay on as long as you, that's what I'm gonna do right now.
Okay.
So you can start and stop the generator right here. Okay, your LP gas, push the button right here for LP. Your gas is full, battery is full. Whenever you're plugged in, it's gonna read. fresh water is full, the black tank is empty, and the gray tank is empty. So you can tell when it's empty.
We will extend this one out. Hold on a second.
When it gets to 2/3.
Okay.
Otherwise,
It will light up on 2/3?
yeah, the lights come across like the fresh water. See how it's full? That's the fresh water. So when you push the black, it's empty. So it'll light at 1/3 and then 2/3. And then
okay.
full. I always dump it at 2/3. Yeah. My grandfather says, if you dump it at 2/3, nobody can tell you you're full of, you know what. So, and then you don't have to worry about that. Because if that light don't work, if it burns out, you don't even know it until you got a mess. Okay, so I always dump mine at 2/3. And that's probably a week and a half, depending on how much you use in the toilet. In there, most parts, I tell my kids, if you got to do serious business, go in the shower house, or use the bathroom in there. But yeah, don't fill mine. But so you can see exactly how much fluid is in each tank. Here's where you're gonna extend.
It's big.
Here, then you just let off the button. Okay.
This one.
My son used to call this a transformer. Right? So as soon as you hear that motor whine a little bit, then you're all the way there. So here's your water pump. You only turn this on if you don't have the hose hooked up. Okay. If you hook the hose up, do not turn this on.
Now,
There's
we
a little
expand
check
this
valve
guy.
in the end where you hook your hose, and it'll knock that off to the side. And then what happens afterwards is when you have the hose off and you turn the pump on, water will squirt out the side. So it's not the end of the world. You can sometimes get a pliers or a screwdriver and straighten that out. Otherwise, you can take that piece off and put a new one on. They're not that expensive. So it's not the end of the world, but just don't turn this on if you've got the hose hooked up. Here's your water heater control. So it's LP gas. And here, this tells you if it light or did not light. So it
Don't worry.
yeah, can't think.
Yeah, they'll figure it out. Nice, no?
Kano ba? $2,000 na no?
Oh.
Yung binili, 2,000? Ano?
Alin?
Gusto talaga ni Marcelo ganito.
Lots of storage here.
Oh, kaya lang.
Sabi nung tao, hindi na kailangan, bili ka na lang yung craft lang. Hindi, ganito talaga, original. Yung original sa loob.
Oh.
You can mount your TV on there.
Ito pa.
And then when you close it,
Oh, 1,000.
the TV covers up the door, and then it's kind of hidden hiding space.
Right.
So you can put your purse or keys or stuff up in there.
There's an outlet there too, a plug.
There's a plug and a
Okay.
cable.
Okay.
Cable TV. So you could run the cable through here and then hook your TV on this board. Yeah. Yep. This is for draining your fresh low point drains, and then this one down at the bottom here, this drains the tank.
King speeds.
Pindutin mo ko yan.
So if you want to drain water out of your
goodness.
the pipes, you've got a hot one and a cold one. So one is red, and one on this side is blue. So if you turn that, you're going to drain the water out of the lines that are going to the shower and the sink.
Pwede ba din?
Sometimes you go to a park, and the park might have water that's got sulfur smell to it.
Oh,
And then after you leave, you turn the water on, you're going, oh, there's that smell again. You want to get it out? So you got to open that up,
Let it drain.
turn the hose on the outside, your freshwater hose,
Yeah.
and then turn that on, and it'll flush everything through.
The one on the floor, right?
Yeah, you've got two of them down there. There's
Oh, okay.
one on a red pipe and one on a blue pipe.
Okay, okay. I see it.
Down there. And that's the round piece right here. That's the filter. So that filters the water coming from your pump. So if you had some sediments in there or let's say the water starts running slow,
Yung
you can look at that and
backsplash ng
see if
titing
it's full of
parehas.
dirt. There's a really small O-ring in there. It's this big around, but it's only
Shallow
1/16 of an
room.
inch
Oh
diameter.
my god, nice man.
So don't do this in the nighttime. Do it in the daytime, because if you lose that rubber gasket, then you can't hook the water main back up. But use that gasket, because if you lose a gasket, it's going to suck air and it's not going to pump right. So you just have to eliminate that piece in the middle. I only say that because I've had people try to do it. The one lady, she says, I was thinking about that 10 o'clock at night.
There's a privacy
Yeah,
curtain.
there's a curtain right here.
Yeah, no, may curtain, no?
Yeah, the TV has a bracket right there. This pivots out so you can turn it on and off. And
More stuff.
DVD player is right here. So everything runs right through to the back of the TV set. You could add satellite components. You could add.
He's our guy for that.
He's the electrician and audio, video.
Yeah.
Man. Okay. A lot of storage. And I think this. Oh, right here, this box is an LP and CO2 detector. This black box.
Okay.
So if you got the generator running and the exhaust comes inside, or if you have a leak, an LP leak in your refrigerator or any of the gas lines, LP is heavier than air, so it's going to be down by the ground. But you know LP stinks. You're going to smell it probably before this thing picks it up.
Yeah.
But also ammonia cleaner sets it off. So don't clean with ammonia. My wife did. Everything's fine till 2 o'clock in the morning when the furnace turns on. Then it moves the warm air across the floor and it got that ammonia moving and it set this off. So now I can't smell the ammonia, but the alarm's going off. And but I had to cut the wire on that because it's hardwired in. There's no fuse, there's no switch. So I had to cut the wire, but now I eliminated the safety feature. So I'm sleeping with one eye open.
That's all right.
Oh, it's got a screw in it.
Okay.
So this one has got something, wiring or something
It's like
underneath.
another twin bed. But twin bed.
And this one here puts this up with. This cushion belongs on this side.
How do you know that already?
Because this has got the slots for the safety belt.
Ah. Oh.
Okay.
So you mean, oh, that's
So
it.
the safety belts under, you got to pull out the safety belts are down here.
Well, how do you do that?
You got to take the screw out of here and, and bring the safety belts through.
I see.
The other person probably didn't use the safety belts.
So my seatbelt and that.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Oh, station pala.
Automatic ba ito, Bert?
Oh.
Albert, kayo mo lang dyan, registration eh. Ayos. Shit, ang bango.
Ano ba?
Oh man,
Bango.
Don? Okay ka lang da ha?
Oo naman.
Okay. Sunod ako sa inyo?
Okay.
Ah.
Local?
Oh, pero kuha kang
Oh, dadaan ako
Uling.
sa Walmart. Yep.
kasi wala lang. Doon na lang sa local na Walmart. Doon sa maliit na lang. Ready ba, Bert? Let's hit the road.
Tanggalin mo yung mask mo.
Let's go see the world.
Oh, zero. Let's go see the world.
World, yeah.
Oh, okay. Yan ang title.
Dito ho yun.
Ayos. Don, ayos ka lang dyan?
parang yan kailangan kong ano. Parang yun. Kadaw pa ka.
Ano? Pagka tapak mo, parang galon. Drum.
Ayos na.
Yung ano kaya nito mirror, manual no?
Wala ba yan? May pinto sa may babaw.
Wala eh.
Wala.
Ta?
Pero yung ano, yung bird yung uo.
Kabisado mo to eh, di ba? Kabisado mo. Ito pala oh.
Aircon din ba? Ano? Magunong lang na.
Di, pwede na. Pwede na generator. Init na? Init na?
Dili man.
Ha?
Dili man.
Ano?
Yan.
Nya, tapos kusgan, ha? Oh, kung daghan mo, nya, init. Pandaro yung generator, biyahe. Kaya mo kayong pangutanan ako ito. Juan, kanang,
Takuha na natin si Don Don.
ano ba yung, saan ang volume?
Ng radio?
Ng AC.
Ito na.
Hindi, yung
High.
ito. Yan. Yan. Tingnan mo kung medyo aabutin dyan doon. Puta.
Pagas ko na, pagas.
Tawagin ko siglo.
Bakit?
Sa ngayon ko lang nalaman, wala pala akong pitaka. Yabang eh, no?
Wala ka license.
Oo, sino ba? Mag-grupo mo, doha ka pamilya ba? So, ka ba ko? Doha ka pamilya ba eh? Bisan asa mo abot? Asya mo na eh.
Ano ka rin nasa bahay, Bert, di ba?
Oh, speech ka muna rito.
You know, I really like this. It's like a house inside
Nice.
inside a car. You know, very convenient.
Good.
So, what I'm saying is, excelente.
Alright.
Very good. 5-star review.
Oh.
And very clean.
5 star, ha?
Saan ako, Bert, ha?
Ha?